Steve McQueen was a Hollywood icon whose rebellious spirit and magnetic presence on screen made him one of the most beloved actors of his generation. His tough guy persona and love of adventure made him a hero to many, both on and off screen. But Steve McQueen was more than just a movie star. He was also an accomplished race car driver, motorcycle enthusiast, and philanthropist who left an indelible mark on popular culture. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the life and legacy of Steve McQueen. From his early years growing up in a tumultuous household to his rise to stardom in Hollywood, we'll explore the highs and lows of his life and career. We'll delve into his personal struggles with addiction and his tumultuous relationships, as well as his dedication to his craft and his passion for racing and adventure. Finally, we'll examine how Steve McQueen's legacy has continued to inspire a new generation of filmmakers and actors, cementing his place in Hollywood history as an enduring icon. Chapter 1. Early Life and Career. Steve McQueen was born Terrence Stephen McQueen on March 24, 1930, in Beech Grove, Indiana. He was the son of a stunt pilot who left the family when Steve was just 6 months old, leaving him to be raised by his mother and her parents. McQueen had a difficult childhood, marked by poverty and neglect. He was sent to live with various relatives at different times, and even spent time in a juvenile detention center. It wasn't until he joined the United States Marine Corps in 1947 that he found some structure and discipline in his life. After serving in the Marines for 3 years, McQueen was honorably discharged in 1950 and used his GI Bill benefits to study acting at the Sanford Meisner School in New York City. It was there that he honed his craft and began to make a name for himself in the world of theater. McQueen made his film debut in 1956 in the low-budget film Somebody Up There Likes Me, starring Paul Newman. He had a small role as a boxer, but it was enough to catch the attention of Hollywood producers. He went on to land a series of supporting roles in films such as The Blob, 1958, and Never So Few, 1959. It wasn't until McQueen's breakthrough performance in the 1960 Western, The Magnificent Seven, that he became a bona fide star. He played Van Tanner, one of 7 gunslingers hired to protect a Mexican village from bandits. McQueen's natural charisma and rugged good looks made him a standout in the ensemble cast, and he began to receive more leading roles as a result. Despite his success on screen, McQueen's personal life was often tumultuous. He was married 3 times and had a reputation for being difficult to work with. However, his talent and popularity ensured that he remained a sought-after actor throughout the 1960s and 70s. In the next chapter, we will explore some of McQueen's most iconic roles and how he became synonymous with the cool and tough guy archetypes that he portrayed so well. Chapter 2. The Iconic Roles. Steve McQueen became known as the King of Cool thanks to his performances in a string of iconic films that have become beloved classics of cinema. In this chapter, we'll explore some of his most memorable roles and how they cemented his status as a Hollywood legend. Perhaps McQueen's most famous role was as Captain Virgil Hiltz in the 1963 war epic, The Great Escape. The film told the true story of a group of Allied prisoners of war who attempt to escape from a German prison camp during World War II. McQueen's character was a skilled escape artist who comes up with an elaborate plan to flee the camp on a motorcycle. The scene in which he attempts to jump a barbed wire fence on his bike has become one of the most iconic in cinema history. McQueen also starred in the 1968 thriller Bullitt, playing San Francisco police detective Frank Bullitt. The film is perhaps best remembered for its famous car chase scene, which was shot on location in the streets of San Francisco. McQueen's character drives a Ford Mustang GT390 in pursuit of 2 hitmen in a Dodge Charger, and the resulting chase is a masterclass in suspenseful filmmaking. Another notable role for McQueen was as the titular character in the 1968 heist film, The Thomas Crown Affair. McQueen played a wealthy businessman who orchestrates a daring bank robbery as a way to alleviate his boredom. The film was notable for its stylish visuals and the chemistry between McQueen and his co-star, Faye Dunaway. McQueen's final film role was in the 1980 Western, The Hunter, in which he played bounty hunter Ralph Papa Thorson. The film was based on the real-life exploits of Thorson, who had worked as a bounty hunter in the 1960s and 70s. McQueen's performance was praised for its understated intensity, and the film served as a fitting final chapter in his career. These are just a few examples of the many memorable roles that Steve McQueen played over the course of his career. In the next chapter, we'll explore some of the behind-the-scenes stories from McQueen's life and how his rebellious spirit and love of motorcycles and racing shaped his persona both on and off screen. Chapter 3. The rebellious spirit and love of racing. Steve McQueen was more than just a Hollywood star. He was also a rebellious spirit with a passion for motorcycles and racing. In this chapter, we'll explore how McQueen's love of speed and adventure influenced his persona, both on and off screen. McQueen was an accomplished motorcycle rider and owned a collection of bikes that he rode both on and off screen. He even performed many of his own stunts in films, such as the famous motorcycle chase scene in The Great Escape. His love of motorcycles was also evident in his personal life, as he often rode with the Booze Fighters Motorcycle Club and even raced professionally for a time. But McQueen's passion for speed didn't stop with motorcycles. He was also an accomplished race car driver, competing in events such as the 12 Hours of Sebring and the Baja 1000. He even formed his own racing team, Solar Productions, which sponsored a Porsche 908 race car. McQueen's love of racing and adventure extended to his personal life as well. He was known to take off on spontaneous road trips and even once attempted to sail around the world with his family. His rebellious spirit and love of danger made him a Hollywood bad boy and a hero to many fans. Despite his reputation for being difficult to work with, McQueen was a dedicated actor who took his craft seriously. He was known for his intensity on set and his desire to perform many of his own stunts. He was also a perfectionist who often clashed with directors and producers over creative decisions. McQueen's personal life was just as turbulent as his professional one. He was married 3 times and had numerous affairs, including one with his The Sand Pebbles co-star Candice Bergen. He also struggled with addiction and was known to be a heavy smoker and drinker. In the next chapter, we'll explore how Steve McQueen's legacy has continued long after his death, inspiring a new generation of filmmakers and actors. Chapter 4. The Legacy of Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen may have passed away in 1980, but his legacy has continued to inspire generations of filmmakers and actors. In this chapter, we'll explore how McQueen's influence can still be seen in modern cinema and how he continues to be celebrated as a Hollywood icon. One of the ways in which Steve McQueen's legacy lives on is through the numerous films and television shows that have been inspired by his work. From action movies to crime dramas, McQueen's influence can be seen in the work of modern filmmakers such as Quentin Tarantino and Christopher Nolan. Actors such as Brad Pitt and Ryan Gosling have cited McQueen as an inspiration for their own careers. McQueen's influence can also be seen in the fashion world. His style, characterized by fitted suits, leather jackets, and aviator sunglasses, has become iconic and is still emulated by men today. Brands such as Barber and Purcell have even created collections inspired by McQueen's signature look. In addition to his impact on popular culture, Steve McQueen is also remembered for his philanthropic work. He was a supporter of the Boys Republic, a school and treatment center for troubled youth, and even served on its board of directors. The Steve McQueen Foundation was also established after his death, with a mission to support cancer research and provide scholarships for aspiring filmmakers. Finally, Steve McQueen's legacy is also celebrated through film festivals and retrospectives dedicated to his work. The Turner Classic Movies channel regularly features McQueen's films as part of its programming, and the annual Steve McQueen Film Festival is held in his honor in his hometown of Beech Grove, Indiana. In conclusion, Steve McQueen's impact on Hollywood and popular culture is undeniable. His rebellious spirit, love of speed and adventure, and dedication to his craft continue to inspire fans and fellow artists alike. Though he may be gone, his legacy lives on, cementing his status as one of the most beloved and influential actors of all time.